Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with my co-host James Mason, where every day we talk about insights and ideas to bring you in your daily trading activities. Today, we talk about red candles and talk about green candles. And today, we'd like to talk about something a little bit different. We'd like to talk about birthday candles. Happy birthday, James. So I got you a little birthday donut. It's got a number 1 on it because you're number 1, and so you have to make a wish and blow it out.
I wish predictive oncology would hurry the hell up.
You're not supposed to tell us your wish.
Oh, you told me to make a freaking wish.
I know, but you know the rules. Can you edit that out for later on?
I guess.
Okay,
go
well,
ahead. I'll blow out the candle then.
Okay.
That is so corny. We're so corny.
I can't help but be who we are.
I know. We look like two dads trying to do our bootleg podcast.
we could do a dad podcast and just talk about kids, and we probably would get more subscribers than this StockCast show.
Probably so. Yeah.
And probably more tips and life advice, thank yous, and
YouTube would probably push it with the algorithms. Honestly,
absolutely, it would just blow up. Yeah. So
Ryan Stahl, thank you for a tip.
Ryan, very nice, thank you.
All right, everybody, let's go ahead and get into it.
That is a Krispy Kreme, Recon. That is a Krispy Kreme donut. Good call.
And you know what? I was gonna say something, more details of what I'm gonna say, but I'll refrain from that one. Okay. It's been a few years since I've eaten at Krispy Kreme. Not that anybody cares, but I just had that thought go through my head.
We used to have one by my old facility, and dude, every time the orange light was on, I'd whip in there and get that free one, and then they close. But the local grocery store gets Krispy Kremes delivered every day. So,
oh, dude. Like, yeah, getting them when they're coming off the line.
Oh,
man. Like, you can eat a dozen of them. And because they're so, like, fluffy, you don't feel like you're eating a dozen of them until you realize you're fatty and you ate a dozen of them. And then you feel like crap afterwards. But,
yeah.
Ooh, man.
It's really false advertising, Krispy Kreme. They should be called diabetes coming soon.
Yeah, seriously. It's just pure sugar. Ion John, thank you for the tip, the super sticker. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah. So let's see. Dow futures are currently up 135 points. S&P 500 is up 15.25 points, and it's looking like it. Let's see. Hold on. Let me share my screen really quickly. So here on the daily chart, obviously today so far, it's looking a little strong, but I mean, we have to look at the bigger picture here. We're coming off this strong bullish run, which who knows what the stock market is even doing anymore. I mean, like, it just, yeah, there's no need to even talk about it. It doesn't even matter. But looking at here on the daily chart, I mean, we're coming off this strong run and then this sharp little pullback. What I'm kind of expecting to start happen overall right in here, and this could play out over the next week or so. I mean, it's so hard to even tell. I used to be pretty decent at predicting a lot of stuff with the overall market, and I'm still okay. But man, when the Fed comes out and starts doing their funny business, it doesn't matter how good of a chartist you are. It's just going to keep going up. But anyways, based off the chart, this setup right here, it's looking like it's probably going to start chopping around for the next few days in this little range. And then I would say we might have one more little spike, maybe. I don't know. And again, I'm just speculating right here. But then it technically, from a technical analysis standpoint, should break down and roll over after that, which that should probably put us into December. So when looking back on my trading career, Octobers were usually the reddest months, followed by Decembers. Well, this October, it was pretty green. So it's possible we get a very bearish December. And again, we'll just have to see what the chart tells us once we, get up to that point. So that's what I'm kind of eyeing right here with the overall market, just as a whole. And we'll just have to play this out as it comes. So, Todd, what ticker are we going to get into first today?
To take a look at Newsy, N-U-Z-E. It's their news is that they've got a coffee deal with Walmart stores. It's not with all Walmart stores. It's like an entry level order. Yesterday had a little push, and then it's getting another push this morning. But when I was looking at it this morning early, the short locates were 65 cents a piece, which makes no sense for the price of the stock. And then right now they're around 3.9 or 4 cents a share. So when short locates are expensive like that and they drop, usually short locates go up in price, not down. One of two things have happened. Either someone mispriced them early on, or there's a plan today to do something goofy with this stock. And if they want a bunch of shorts in there, there's a reason for that. And it could be, there could be a short squeeze trap being set up. So I'm not bullish on the stock, but if I was to watch this today, I may look for an opportunity to short it after they squeeze some people out.
Yeah. And what you're talking about, and this is something that a lot of people don't really understand because they haven't had the opportunity to really experience like trading with someone like Centerpoint and shorting, and especially like locating shares. There has to be a strategy to their pricing. Obviously, it comes down to supply and demand on their end, but there has to be more to it. And Todd, you and I we've been having this conversation for a little over a year now, just trying to think about like what this strategy is. What are they like? What trick do they have up their sleeve when they do stuff like this? They have extremely high short locate fees, and then they drop them back to nothing. Like, what are they trying to do? It's weird.
I would like to think that the broker or the clearinghouses aren't part of the, and I guess you got to be careful on this. I don't think they're working in tandem, but there is something unusual about share locate fees when they move that much. Now, yesterday I was looking at, I can't remember the ticker I wanted to trade. Maybe it was Newsy. I was looking at yesterday. It started off, went up to a halt, and I checked the price, and it literally was 2 or 3 cents. And then it went to, then they weren't available. They came out of the halt, and they were at 12 cents. 12 cents is still manageable. I mean, depending on the ticker and the volume, but I passed on it. And then the stock action was goofy. The short price went up to 25 cents. And then it took a big dump yesterday. And so those that paid 25 cents did well with it, but I wasn't in the ticker. So I don't know how that would actually be something I would be curious to have a dinner with someone and hear how they price locates, because I think there's some information there that would be helpful to us as retail traders.
You can make it happen, Todd.
I will try to do that. He said that because Centerpoint.
Like for people who don't necessarily understand like what we're saying here, to kind of put something into perspective when talking about short locate fees. If you're trying to get, let's just say hypothetically the stock, since that's one we're talking about. If you're trying to just locate 1,000 shares to use to short with, when you're locating, you're basically locking these shares in, and this will be the amount of shares that you can short with the entire day. But So when we're talking about like a 65 cent short locate fee, that is 65 cents per share. So for 1,000 shares, that's $650 just to locate them. You haven't even taken your trade yet. You just it's the price for entry into the club. That's it. So
You hadn't even done anything yet.
yeah, exactly. So you're already $650 in the hole if you're just going for 1,000 shares at that point. But then they dropped them down to the normal range, and it's just weird. So talking about NUZE, since this is a pre-market runner or mover, actually not really doing much running. It ran yesterday. They have 17.8 million shares outstanding. So very low share structure. But that news is not solid. That's not a catalyst, if we're just going to be honest here. Like, who cares if you get your coffee into Walmart?
Right.
Walmart has 200 other brands.
Right.
I mean, yeah, so I'm definitely not bullish on this. And the reason why we're talking about this today is because it's moved pretty decently in the pre-market, but the move yesterday, and I know a lot of people are going to try to jump on this boat right here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is some kind of trickery here and they're trying to cause a squeeze. I don't know. I mean, we'll know when it's all said and done. But besides like a hypothetical squeeze that may or may not happen here for whatever they're trying to accomplish, I can't think of any other reason to be bullish on this. And this is just my personal opinion. I just cannot find any reason to be bullish on this company, this stock at all. And yeah, but while saying that, I am bearish leaning. But literally how we were just talking about with the share locates, there's some trickery that's taking place right there. And when the game doesn't make sense, sometimes you just don't play it. And this is one of those scenarios for me. So that's my take on NUZE. Todd, do you have anything else about it?
No, I'm gonna literally, I'm on the sidelines to watch it, but I'm gonna be dressed and warmed up and ready to go in case it does make a parabolic run. Because if it does, I can get in a small size and still make some good money because it could have a 2-3 point drop. So a couple hundred shares, you can have a good, decent days of work with it. So just putting eyes on it for you guys. Talk about it. It's my birthday gift to you, James.
I appreciate it, even though I'm not going to trade it, but thank you, Todd.
I mean, we should just digress for a moment. We should talk about the decoration job that Alana did for your office, which I think is really nice.
It is.
And I like how you had a matching shirt, the color scheme, and tie it all together.
Yeah, it was 100% planned that way.
I know. We could do a podcast. We could do a podcast on dress and interior design.
Yeah. I mean, I just wear the standard TT work uniform, basketball shorts and a t-shirt. So, all right. Let's quickly talk about Johnson & Johnson, ticker JNJ. So they had some weird news. Basically, they're splitting the company, and they're dividing the company between its medical and consumer business side. Why? I don't know. It's interesting to say the least. And at this point, I'm not really sure how to play this one. I mean, we have moved up pretty decent amount pre-market here for this PPS value. So currently up 2.8%, almost 2.9%. But it's a weird situation for a company the size of Johnson & Johnson. I'm going to have to research this one more because I don't understand it. I don't understand the why behind it. And again, like, when we're talking about a company that has, let's see what their market cap is. Market cap of almost $430 billion. And then they split the company in half. I mean, it's just weird. So I just wanted to kind of highlight this one really quickly. Maybe someone else in the comments has more information on it besides what I just said. And again, I mean, I'm not really sure how to play this one in either direction, since this is not a common event. So really quickly, let's see. People have been wanting me to address predictive oncology, wanting to know why I haven't been talking about it. Because nothing has changed besides the PPS value. That's the only thing that's changed. But I will say there is Todd, I don't know if you know about this or not. I've been catching wind of it, and I spoke about it in Discord last night. There's a secret group, a secret POAI group, and they're being very selective with what members of ours that they bring in. And I'm pretty sure it's like, if I'm not mistaken, pretty much like non-TTBB members, people who are like disgruntled with the stock, with the company. And it's just kind of odd. There's like whoever, I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. Whoever is doing it, the members that they're pulling in, they think that these guys have genuine intentions. I have a hard time seeing it that way.
I'd be nervous about being in a secret group that starts talking about float lockup and decision making as a team, because all of a sudden now you're liable for someone to knock on your door, and it won't be like a hello Avon lady. It'll be like the front door will be wide open. SEC will be coming through your doorway.
Yeah. There are a lot of people who obviously, Curtis James, thank you for the tip. There are a lot of people who have been penny flipping predictive oncology, and they penny flipped it up here around 130. And we can see on the daily chart here how it just went sideways, and they were caught out of the trade. And we know we've been waiting on a freaking catalyst since like the beginning of time. And I won't lie to you guys. It's taken way too long. I'm tired of waiting.
Yep.
But I'm still all in. And that's how I plan to be. Like me personally, I don't care about the PPS value. That's only me personally. You have to make up your own decision. But, these people, they got caught penny flipping, and they were expecting it to go right back down to $1 immediately. And if I had to speculate based off of just some of the rumors that are starting to be spilled to me, is the people who are running that group, this little secret group, they were the penny flippers, and they're honestly just trying to spread doom and gloom to predictive oncology, shareholders. So they sell their positions and get the price to go down so they can jump back in at $1. That's just my speculation on it based off of what I found out so far. So
Corey's asking, are you upset because the group goes against your call out? I don't think that was your.
Oh shit! I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah,
I don't even think they're going against my call out. They're just manipulating it to get people to sell their positions to get the price to drop so they can get back in at $1, and then they'll probably start pumping it. That's all a lot of these traders have been doing.
Where's this secret group live? Are they in Discord? Are they?
I'm going to keep that quiet right now.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck. I hope they pump it, and I hope they get some shares and it runs up to $8.
What they're doing is they're getting people who they find as being vulnerable to, disgruntled members to sell their positions by spreading them doom and gloom. So the price drops, and they're just going to get back in at around $1. And then
Okay.
they're going to start talking about, oh, they're bullish on it and try to get it go back up.
Got it.
Honestly, that's an OTC tactic. That's exactly what that is. That's an OTC tactic. That's why I hate the OTC world with penny stocks. So,
all right, we're about 3 minutes away from the start of the market. Any final thoughts?
No, not really. Sundial's having some nice movement here. The only thing I don't like about Sundial is how many daggone shares they have on the market. They have a little over 2 billion shares on the market. So ticker SNDL.
That's a lot of shares.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot to move this thing. I mean, that's a significant gap up from yesterday at 72 cents to right here at 92 cents. I won't be surprised if we don't see this move up just a little bit more and then it drops to print a daily red candle. So that's all I have for this morning. So Todd, do you have anything else?
Have a great birthday. Are you doing any trading today, or are you going to take the day off and go to the zoo?
I'm probably I'll be here to watch the markets. I don't know if I'm going to day trade or not, but we'll have to see.
All right, everyone, have a good weekend.
All right, everybody. So everyone, remember, trade safe, trade smart, and we will catch y'all in the next one.
See ya.